What's up guys, Top Tier Gaming here, and today I have a Prisma Illya deck profile. It's red-blue. It's a really fun deck, has a lot of cool tools, and yeah, just wanted to do the deck profile today. So starting with the level 0s, we play 4 of this Kuro. She is a mill runner, so we are going to max out and play 4 of her because she is the best startup card for the deck. So yep, easy 4 of. Then 4 of this Yukata Kuro. She's a suicider, and she also has a hand filter effect where you can salvage a character, which is really cool, but you also need this card for your level 3 Kuro so that she can early play, so it has a lot of value. You're kind of forced to play 4 of it because of that. And she's also just an easy suicider, so very good to run 4. And then 4 of this Brainstormer. Her name is Miyu, so that's actually really important in your level 1 game because you have a card that sort of mandates that you have this card out. And she's also the best Brainstormer in the set, while also giving you a little power boost on your turn. She's really the only assist in the set worth running, so we are maxing out on 4 of this for the reason that she is Miyu, and that she is a Brainstormer and an assist. And then 3 of this Illya. So this is pretty much a mandatory run again because it works with one of the level 3s we are deciding to play in this build. She has to become a marker. On your opponent's turn, she's also huge and level 1, so they can actually have a really hard time like reversing this. But we're mostly using it for the level 3 combo. And then lastly, 2 of this Ruby. I'm not gonna lie, you should probably be playing 3 of this. When we first built the deck, we didn't exactly realize how important this card was. So we do have plans to take out another card for a 3rd one of this, and I will explain that once I get there. But yes, she's pretty much how you get the first marker on your level 3 Illya, while also giving a little power boost to her. Her value isn't that great until level 3, but you're forced to run this card, and she's really good at what she does. If it's even a she. I've just used a pronoun not knowing what that thing is, but that's how we do it. And that's it for level 0s. On to level 1s. 4 of this Firework Illya. So this is an Akatsuki clone if you have experience 2, which I mean is just amazing. It's like one of your best ways for hand filtering in Illya, and Akatsukis are just like really good. Grabs you certain pieces you need, filter through Climaxes, get closer to your 2nd refresh. Yeah, Akatsukis are just very generically good. 4 of this Idol Illya. So she's big, she gains 500 per other magic character, so she's a 1065, just a very easy low stock required beat stick. So we're maxing her out for just beaters at level 1. And then 3 of this Illya. This is probably the one we're cutting down to 2 copies so we can play a 3rd Ruby. This card is really powerful. It's a 1/1 6/5 on your opponent's turn, but on your turn it's actually extremely large. I think it gains an extra 2k. So it's a 1/1 on your turn, and then even though it's small on your opponent's turn, you know, it has hand on course, so you can save it. But she requires a Miyu to be on field, and so we're not like maxing out on her, but it is just a very large beat stick that can be very good at walling or getting over walls at level 1. And then lastly for level 1 we play 2 of this backup. It's a 102k backup if you have experience 3. Kind of weird that this isn't just like a 102k by itself. I don't know why it needed the experience 3 to be on the card, but it is the 102k backup of the set, so we are going to run it. And that is it for our level 1 game. Level 2, very short and sweet. We run 2 of this Miyu. She's a free fresh, which is really good. I think those abilities are just simply powerful because it stops you from taking a damage. And you can also get through like bad decks if you know you have like 2 Climaxes in your last 4 or 5 cards and you really don't want to trigger them. You know, you can use this as a free fresh. She also gives 3k power when she does it, which is good for getting over walls. And she has an ability where you can pay 2 and rest 2 of your characters to draw a card. You're not going to use this that often, but like if you really need to pay out Climaxes, it is nice to have as an option. And then lastly, 1 of this anti-change Miyu. Anti-changes are pretty important, and I think they are mandatory, at least 1 ofs in almost every deck, especially if your deck has one. Like, you're going to want to play it because it's so good at stopping like your opponent's strategies and gaining a lot of momentum. And that's it for level 2s. There are just 3 because we play 4 of this level 3 Kuro. she is an early play if you have that level 0 Suicider in your clock. So she is the beat stick at level 2. And on play, you get to draw a card, so she replaces herself in hand, which is good. Nice to get +1s. She also gains 2,000 power when she does that, so she's also a beat stick, at least on the turn she's played. Then she has a Climax combo with negates, where it's like anti-damage, so once she does her combo, she gets an effect until the end of your opponent's turn that the character opposite this has -2 soul, which is just good anti-damage, keeps you at level 2 for longer, which means you get extra turns to level up your opponent and do big damage. So anti-damage effects are always nice. And lastly, we play 4 of this, well actually not lastly, almost lastly. This is the last big level 3. So she's your main game ender, and she's the one that requires like the level 0 Ruby. So on play, she's draw 2 discards, so we have 8 healers that replace themselves on play, which is great. She gets kind of big, she gets 500 for every other, which is nice. And she's a restander, which is just a good game ender. So overall, just the main game ender for the set. Nice to combo anti-damage and game ender, so we kind of have the whole slew of effects that we want. And then lastly, we have this Kuro. She's our only healer in the deck. She's only a 3/2/8/5, but she actually reverses other level 3s. And then she bounces herself to hand, so she's a healer you can repeatedly use. Yeah, overall, just nice to have a healer in the deck. You kind of want one. So that's 9 level 3s. And then lastly, our Climaxes. 4 gates and 4 pants. Works with the level 3 Illya, works with the level 3 Kuro, but she's coming out level 2, so you don't have to really decide which one you're using. Very simple Climax lineup. So yeah, that was the deck profile. Illya is a pretty cool set with a lot of really cool effects and is a ton of fun to play. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. This was Top Tier Gaming. Bye YouTube.